Welcome dear friends. In this session I want to work an example in Etabs and compare it with the integration or section method. I have worked an example in section method. There is and calculate internal force. I draw the diagram of bending moment and shear force. This is now I want to work this example with Etabs. I come to Etabs and I come to find the menu of file and click to new model. I use the metric MKS system. Okay, and then I want to make a model. A number of grid lines in X direction we needs to, a number of line along to Y direction we need 1. I enter 1. The length of the beam we want to calculate is 10 meters. Number of story 1. We click only and OK. I use an appropriate elevation 1 elevation. Okay, now we define the materials. We define or modify concrete. We rename it concrete. The weight per unit volume we enter to 1400, and we define the compression concrete. We press the shift and double click. First we change the length to centimeters and enter 200. The compression model we use 200. Okay, and then we define the rebar, modify the rename. We rename it as rebar. The weight per unit volume we enter 7850, and modify the yield stress or Fy. We change the centimeter the length and enter 300 to 3200 kilogram per centimeter square centimeter. Okay, and the Fu we enter about 4300. Okay, then we define the section. We come to frame section and we define new materials. We choose rectangular, concrete rectangular, and the section of beam we use rectangular. We rename it as a beam. Then we define the depth of the beam 600 millimeter, and the weight of beam we define 450 millimeter, and also the shape or the type of section we define beamed cover. We define 14 millimeter top and bottom. Okay, now we define the load pattern. Because we just work as example one beam, it just act on it, dead load and live load, it's okay. Then we define combination, add new combo. There the scale factor we define for dead load according to ACI 1.2, and for live load we define 1.6. okay, now we draw model. We select beam and we select the section of beam as beam, then we draw 10 meters, and we escape to exit from this option. We define strain, assign, join, and we use ruler for this support, and we define their support pin, then we change our unit to the length must be changed to meter and the force must be changed to kilonewton. Okay, now we define the load. So we define frame load, distribution load from 0, okay, absolute V, and dead load. The type must be live load. Add to existing load. This direction must be gravity from 0 to 4 meters. We have 0 in this point, we have 6 kilonewton, so we enter 6 kilonewton, and from 4 to 10 meters we have 6. Apply and okay. Our model is created. Now we analyze, set analyze option, excite, plan and okay. Then we analyze, run analyze. We save as second point lecture point 2. It is a deflection. We come to the other elevation. We choose one elevation. Okay. And also we come to this menu and see the diagram of moment according to live load. Okay. The maximum moment here is 67. Okay, it's according to live load or dead load. It's dead load we use to live load. We want to find the live load diagram because we define it. 67 point. Say we come to here and we compare with this one. How much is that? 67.2. It's equal. There is complete diagram 67.2 to the maximum, and we come to diagram of shear force, live load diagram. This diagram of live load 19.6 and 28.4. We calculate in section method also is the same, 28.4 and 19.6, but the shape is a little different. The Etabs draw the diagram of shear the opposite of that one, this part to the lower and lower part to the upper. If you want to get more details for this, you can double click and saw the shape of load, the shape of shear and the shape of moment and deflection, and it shows the according to a scroll. When you move it, change all the value in the report you want. And also when you want to see the max active show max, you can see there's no difference between two value we obtain from the section method and etaps. The structural part is finished. Thank you.